Okay. Volume's not loud enough. I'll fix it. I forgot to do that before I went live. Very embarrassing. Oh, you can see all of this. Awesome. It's not at all how I drew any of this up. Okay. Well, what? No, I lost that. Sure, we'll just do it like this. Whatever. You can see it. Check. No. How about now? No. How about now? No. All right. Lots of experiments. Never quite works. How about this one? How about this volume? No. This one. Ooh, close. Hello, we did it. All right. Well, welcome back to the stream today. Hello, Fried Foxy. How are things? I hope you're doing well. I am doing something a little bit interesting today. Hopefully you can hear me now, Foxy. I am going to play on Chessiverse. So Chessiverse is this really cool website if you like playing bots. Now some people, yeah, they hate playing bots. Is it still bad? Interesting. I think give it a moment. I think it's going to be fine now. But I'm not positive. Let me know. Let me know if you think it's bad still. I'm happy to fix it. Maybe it dropped down again. It'll do that sometimes. But it looks on my end like it's all glorious. Sam Barras, how you doing? How are things? Rosinger, what's up? All right. As I was saying though, we are. Why does it keep doing that? We are going to look at Chessiverse. Chessiverse is this place. Tons of bots. I've used Chessiverse a bit as I've been training, like with the Sicilian. It can be very challenging to get people to actually play the Sicilian against you, right? They will do other things or anything but the Sicilian. So it can be quite a nice thing to be able to train. There's also a bunch of cool things. I was looking at this, like I just hit the play button and I came down here and there's some end game challenges. So I haven't done these yet. This is a really interesting thing to do, to be able to scrimmage some end games. But if we look at the bots, there's a new bot. There are 650 bots, so that's a lot of bots. If you look up Dr. Scull, there's me, the Dr. Scull bot. So let's see. The Dr. Scull bot says that its play style details are balanced, average tenacity, above average accuracy, a calm temperament, and nothing for end games. I don't know what that means. Struggles with end games? Whew, that's a brutal one. Oh no, I guess it doesn't even have a rating for end games. Okay. Blend safe and risky openings with tailored preparation, rarely blundering. Struggles in end games. Hold on, I need a moment. What? Why would you guys do that to me? But excels at strategic planning and tactical maneuvers, enjoys asymmetric material and active piece play, especially as black. Very interesting to me because I don't know that describes me very well. I don't know. Maybe people will disagree with that. And then the opening repertoire is quite interesting. So steer the game to some sort of Catalan setup. I did play the Catalan for a long time, so that seems pretty accurate. Then in black, equal parts Sicilian and Caro-Kann or QGD. QGD is certainly accurate. But I don't know about Sicilian equal parts. So that's interesting. I have been playing the Sicilian online to practice it, but I wouldn't say I'm good at it or that I play it. Okay, so that gets that out of the way. That's where we're at with that. To be honest, I think this is written by AI. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I am John Barmel telling me to say you had to finish a certain book to get to a Chessiverse spot. Ooh! Did he say that? I don't remember. Maybe he did. And if he did, I think it was that Jonathan Hawkins book, which I definitely didn't finish. Okay, so apparently I have a game up, so this is just an end game position. I'm just gonna get out of it. I don't even know what's happening in this end game position. It looks interesting. It's something we could do again sometime. But let's go ahead and play my bot. I played my bot earlier once to try it, and it was a surprising game. So let's try it again. I lost, by the way. I think I'm set up to play as black. And look at that. It's the second time I played it. It plays e4. I haven't played e4 in like, I don't know. I think I played it for a few weeks when I came back, but I haven't played e4 in years. So I find that very fascinating. So we'll play Carol Khan. See what I would do against the Carol Khan. That is what I would do. The advance feels like the most pressing. I don't think I would play the tall variation, but that's okay. Yeah, I think we just take. What's going on? Is it okay? I don't know. We have this idea, but I think before the idea is to go here, here, here. But I think I'm supposed to play e6 first. Okay, check here, here, e6 takes. No, I think I play this first. We'll do that first. I think this is an accurate move, I think. Okay, I go here. The thesis being that, right, like they kind of have to take. I get to develop my knight. Things are going fine for me. And then I think I play h6 or e6 to unleash this bishop. This knight goes here, we go here, and we're sort of on our way. I'm trying to figure out why this restream is so far behind. What is going on? Okay, so Twitch seems to be pretty accurate. YouTube is looking good. Okay, so I don't know. That's just a different problem that I'll resolve at a different time. Okay. So I feel like my bot's playing pretty darn accurately, which is nice. I like that. Oh, we didn't look at what my bot says. I forget. Okay. It's an interesting thing where it looks like it's saying chat, and I thought I could chat with it, but it's just chatting with us. Alright, so I think... I mean, this bishop is having a hard time, right? It can't come out anywhere really but here. And then even from there, it's not doing that much. But I suppose I could go like here, 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 and that should be okay. I guess. I'm not really sure. This is where my theory is breaking down. What was that move? That feels like a very bot-like mistake, right? Of like, bot plays perfectly and then bot just randomly plays king e2. So I don't know what that is. I can assure you I would not play king e2 there. Even if that is theory, which I don't believe it is. Okay, let's continue developing our pieces to better squares. Now we're on that twice. They protect it. I'm not 100% sure if I'm supposed to castle long or short here. Like if I castle short, I've got the ideas of a breakthrough here. And maybe that's pretty good. This square is covered. I can actually go take, if takes, takes. I can stick the knight in here, then put the rook here. I think that's the route I'm going to take. I don't know that that's right. This whole insta-move thing is kind of annoying, I gotta admit. Okay, let's go, he says. Castling short can strengthen your king's position, but be aware of potential weaknesses. Okay. All right, good advice, Dr. Scull. Okay, so just taking. If takes, do I just take? I stick the knight here? Or here? Yeah, I mean, I guess if I don't take, my knight has to take this route, which isn't the worst. But we might as well bring the knight into the game. Okay. Okay, I guess there's kind of a flaw with my plan. If I jump in here and just moves and then goes here, where does my knight go? Is it just lost? And now also my bishop seems kind of trapped. I guess probably I go here. Rook moves, takes. But then I'm just developing their pieces. I don't know. I'm not sure how to deal with this. I suppose if I go here, rook moves, takes, I get to go here, and this pawn is really going to be suffering. So I think that's probably reasonable. I don't really love trading my knight for this bishop. That bishop is not very good. It's not like it's doing that much. But I like moving this knight off of that, actually. We'll go here. Covers it. And I think we can just double on it. And then if he puts a rook here, we take here with the bishop. Takes, and then that falls. So I think we can try that. Okay. Potentially going there. Potentially going here. Hang a pawn. I think just doubling is still right. They still can't put a rook there to guard it. They could put that right. Oh, they went for it. I don't think that works. Takes. I go here. Oh, no, the knight's guarding it now. So that's why it does work. Okay, so that knight move was significant. Now I don't have a plan. I guess another plan could be here, here, with this bishop on this pawn. I don't love that plan. It does make this pawn permanently weak. They could also let it go, take this way. I don't know. Let's think for a moment. There's no way to chase that knight away. Alright. I don't know that this is right. And in fact, I think it's probably wrong. This is probably one of those doing nothing is better than doing something moments. It's on it again. I can go here, and get on it again. It pushes, takes. King is there. Oh, what I could do is go knight here. And then they can't push at least. And then it's still stuck. And I also have the option to go here. Okay. So this move, and they're covering that. I could push here. And then here. But they would probably go back to there. That is interesting. Yep. I got a bot, and I am playing against it. How are you doing here on chess? Hopefully well. I'm having troubles, though, against this bot. This bot is resilient. What I'm looking at is here, pushing the knight, pushing here. I guess that doesn't really work. They take... I take, they take, this pawn. I take it back. And they have two. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit short of working. I'm considering going here to keep the knight out and allowing my knight then to go here. I guess I'm going to do that. Wait, this is hanging. What am I doing? It's not just hanging, but it's hanging with attacking there. Okay, I am going to push it then. And look, I also have that move, so I don't know how I missed this. I've won the game. That was a pretty ridiculous oversight by me not to see that I had that fork. Oh, I missed his chat. What did Dr. Scull say to us? Okay, we can see his chat from the beginning. He says, "Let's go." Okay, we heard that. All I can... I see you put my king in check. A small setback. Now, I feel like that's more than a small setback, Dr. Scull. I think you lost. Good news, they think you're resilient. Yay! Except for they think I blunder, apparently, in that spot, which is too bad. All right, but it was, you know, like we had to find it, right? It wasn't a straight up blunder. I think we go here. Now we're on this a fourth time. That's gonna fall, and it feels like everything is falling now. Okay, they do have this, but I think I just take here first. It's with check. If they take, it's with check. And then I think we're just up a piece, and that's fine. If they take again, we take with the knight. And then we're protecting the pawn even. And they're in some trouble. Wait, did they get a pawn out of this? They did get a pawn. Okay. Somehow I missed they were getting a pawn. Okay, so I think I go here and here. Then this pawn can't move. Right? I static the position, and then I attack the pawn. That looks good to me. I think I'm fine with that. I go here. I go here. He does get that pawn if he wants it. He does not. Okay, we got a little trick here. If he goes here, we win. We just run. And then the game ends. Okay. So said he takes. I'll go here. I'm going to go here. And if here, I can go there. And now he can't take this. Or this runs and wins. Okay. And if he goes there, what do I want to do then? I think I want to protect this pawn. Okay. I'll just go over this way. I feel like this isn't quite as over as it should be. Okay, he can never take this pawn, or the other pawn is gone. So let's just leave this whole area now. I'll just go nab these pawns. Wait, why do I want to do this? Here, and then here. Yeah, I'll go here. Okay, that's it. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have thrown the game like that. I would have resigned maybe. But Dr. Skullbot, bad news, my friend. You busted! Look at that. I'm better than Dr. Skull. Okay. So yeah, so when you get a chance, play the Dr. Skullbot on Chessiverse. Let me know. Can you beat him? Can you beat the Dr. Skullbot? I want to know who else can beat him. Did you see my game against the 92-year-old in the team forum? No, I did not. I haven't checked it yet this week. I'll have to see that for sure. Okay. So the Dr. Skullbot, 1-1 against him. We're going to analyze the game. I'm a little bit shocked that they have this bot playing e4. Like, it's just truly shocking to me that they looked at all my games and were like, he's an e4 player. I don't know. Maybe they like analyzing my style and they feel like I should be an e4 player. I don't know. Yes, we just played a regular tall variation of the Carol Khan. This is all theory. This is the theoretical move, as is all of this, and then e6. So theory's perfect to here, which is what's touted with this bot, right? That's going to play according to theory. That's not quite theory. And now we're just playing, and that's got to be bananas. Okay, this is the. You ready for this? This is the top engine move. What? We're not in book anymore, but that is the top engine move. Of course, it's very close. There's lots of good moves here. But let's be real. I think you guys know me well enough. I would have castled there. I would have not made the slightly better engine move. So maybe that's the thing. This bot plays very accurate, actually, which makes it look unrealistic, which is kind of funny. Okay. So this is where, okay, this castling short is where I wasn't sure what to do, right? Because there were some other ways I could do it. I could instead like castle long and maybe try to go this route. The bot likes c5 stuff, and I see a lot of castling short in its future. So, sorry, not the bot, the engine. c5, and I'm playing. Right now it says I'm up 1.2. And that I missed something. I could have gone here, which I'd looked at, and I thought, well, why don't they just go back? And then they'll be able to go here and actually win the knight. The knight has nowhere to go. So apparently this loses on the spot. How does this lose? Wow, I really don't see it. Engine says black can win 2 ways. It's taking g3 either way. So take g3. I still don't see it, by the way. Oh, now I see it. And you end up with this fork. Wow. Even with it being trapped, huh? Just say rook c8 and here. Wow, this is blocked by 3.1, huh? Okay. I'm not sure I would have evaluated it like that. It's only 1 point of material, but the computer really likes black's position here. Alright, so we'll go back and see how this one played out. I went into there. I doubled up and suddenly, so yeah, so this idea of isolating this D pawn or the C pawn as a backwards pawn and piling up on it was definitely a good strategy. Okay, so remember, I was waiting for them to do this, and I thought I had won, and I was like, oh no, it doesn't work, they take. But, I mean, it still works. Like, what? What am I talking about? Of course it still works. And I just won a pawn. So somehow I missed that. Somehow I thought that the knight going there made it so it didn't work. So I didn't do it. I went this way instead. And then now this is the moment. This is a very easy move. This would be from my my chessable course. Just boom, boom, you win. Like that's a really easy one that I didn't see. I got it on accident by going here and then being like, oh my goodness, right, now pawn fork and I win. Oh, good question. Will I bring Forrest back on the show when he gets NM? The show isn't really ratings based. More what I was thinking is I was going to bring him on again probably when he starts high school and then sort of talk to him about his middle school experience in the chess world. I think that's the plan. Now, if he hits NM and he really wants to come on and talk about how he got to NM, I could be fine with that. But it's really not about, like, you know, necessarily like he can't come on until he gets NM or something like that. I'm sure he'll get NM at some point. So, but yeah, that to me isn't what we're waiting for. Okay, so there we go. That one was an interesting game. Let's see, what should we do next? I think we should do one endgame position. I'm just curious how this works. I started one briefly. I didn't finish it. Let's do... Oh, it says master position, classic endgame. Alright, let's do this classic endgame. We'll play against a pretty low rated player, because I clicked on it. I have no idea what's happening in this thing. This is a weird endgame. So, let's talk this one out together. We've got even material, but there's a lot happening. So you might be tempted at first to just be like, they've lost. They've got this pinned bishop, but our knight is under attack. And if we move, like I was looking at, say, moving here, the king can just go here, attack the knight. The knight moves somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where. The bishop moves out of danger. Anywhere. And then... Wait. Sorry. That does not work. Yeah, no. Right. when the king moves up, then the bishop moves out of danger. I don't really know how white goes on to win. Now, I'm sure we could find some good moves and ideas, but like that seemed to me the obvious way to win. But I don't think it is an obvious way to win. So I was just starting to look at like what are the other things happening. We have our f pawn pinned, so it's kind of hard to just run the king up. But we could do things like king g3, f3. But as we're doing that, we do need to worry about this pawn on b3. So maybe we're then tempted to move the knight to c5, but then they can respond with king f7, and suddenly their bishop is attacking the knight. So these are all the things I've been wrestling with. It's like, what? I want to move the knight. I'm quite sure of that. So what do I want to do with the knight? I guess the next question would be, do I just try to win the pawn? But it's the same problem. So like check here, here to win the pawn, but now the bishop is attacking the pawn. Clearly can't go here to back up the pawn. So I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss here. So then the next question is, I won't say it so you can find it. Oh, you see something good. Cool. Well, I'll want to hear it in a moment here. The next question is like, do I let this pawn go and just do some other stuff? Do I go like here and cut off the king and then like add in this check? Another move I was looking at before was doing this check. And then now the king really can only go here if it wants to move up. If it goes there, I guess then we can go here and fork. But if we go here and they just kind of say whatever, I guess we can go here and win the bishop. So maybe this is the way to go. So if we go here, let's say they go, we're going here. So let's say they just say, okay, I'm going to go here, my rook. Now, I guess I could still go here and hit it again. So if I go here, and they go there to stop me from doing that move, then what? Then maybe I go, no. I don't know. But that looks pretty strong. I think I like this idea of going here and really limiting the king's squares. I think that's a really good place to start. All right, Aaron, did you find something similar or did you find something better? Curious. I'm going to go here, though. Okay. Yeah, knight g5 looks like a really strong spot. Okay, so same idea. Taking that square away from the knight, which makes sense. And now maybe we can just go like boom, 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 and like improve these guys while retaining this crushing pin. Because they can never really go here. No, I guess they can now, so we can't go here. Well, we could just go here. No, we can't. We lose the rook. But this is probably a good idea now. Nope, that's not a good idea. The bishop's still hitting it. Yeah, so now the first move was the easy move, it seems like. Now I'm kind of back to, I don't know. I think I'm going to do this. This just seems like a reasonable move. I don't know if it's the right move in the position. Oh, that seems like a big error. Maybe not. Because if we go here, they get the check in. I go here. And they can't really resolve that, right? All right, I think I can do this. Oh, but they do get the passer, though. Maybe that passer is too strong. Okay. Oh, and I did miss this. No, that works. Okay, we'll take. Gets the check. We'll go here. And then I will go. I'm going to get behind the pawn. And then go here, here, and I think we win. If we win this pawn, we win. That's easy. So go there, and now what? Probably the best is here, saying you can't take that pawn. Very close to getting in big trouble. Here, and then check, and then here, and then here. It's kind of close to mate. I don't think I have much choice. I don't think that works great. Okay, I just go here. Ah, but then I can go here, right? And once again, I'm on it twice. And now it's worse. Okay, you can go there. I don't love losing all my pawns here. So I think what I'm going to do is go here to protect one of them. And then nab that pawn. Yeah, then I'll nab this pawn. And then I can go to here, and I think I'll get the other one also. Oh, does that work for him? It's a really interesting move that I didn't think about. So if I take here, here. So can I get the knight there in 2 squares? There's the problem. There's the square I need to be on. There. No. So looks like I can't trade there. It's a bit unfortunate. But I don't see why I can't just go here. And then just go here. Okay. King can't take there. Ah, but I guess the point is if I go here, if I were to take, he would go there. Okay, but I think that still works. Just have to move the knight first. But I guess I can't. So I guess that didn't work at all. Now what? So take. I can go here. And then my opponent has to go where? Can't go down. I think this is the trebuchet position. Let's check real quick. So takes here. If I win that pawn, I win. Yeah, I think this works. Okay. Well, that is a bizarre answer. I don't know what to say about that. I think you can resign now. Okay, we're not going to resign. This is kind of lame, but okay. Let's make the box a little smaller. Okay, there we go. Let's take a look at that one. That was a weird one. Oh, can I not analyze it? Because it wasn't a full game. Huh. Well, I would really like to. That seems like the point. Let's see. Is that the move I made, Foxy? Let's see. Here. Rook takes. Oh, you're saying there. You think it should win. Rook takes. Oh, can I not do that either? Wow. Okay. That's unfortunate. Seems like there should be more ways to interact with this. Oh, there's not even like a PGN thing I can move over. Okay, so this must be something they're still sort of working on and is an initial draft. Because most of the things you can analyze with Lichess as we saw or move it over. So I guess we just have to calculate. Okay, so you're saying takes. Knight c6 check. I didn't see that. Then knight d6, and then we can bring the pawn here and still cover that square. Yeah, okay. Wait, that's not what you have here, so let me see. Oh, the arrows won't even go away. That's interesting. Okay, where were we? We were So takes, check, moves. I think that just, oh no, it doesn't work because of that. So you have to go back, G2. What? Knight D, oh, you said knight D4. How does the knight get to D4? From C, oh, I went a whole different wrong way. Got it. That is what I calculated in the game, and you're saying something different. You're saying here, 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 check, then here, then come around, then here, then we hit it. Yep, good call. I did not quite see how that would work. That's a really clever idea, right? Because I was like, well, you know, it's hard to get the knight there, but had to take the other way. Okay, very interesting stuff. Yeah, you're right, Foxy. This is the problems of my challenges sometimes with doing the squares as black, especially. All right, well, that was interesting. I think we should do a couple chesspuzzle.net ones. Let's come back over here. We'll move on to the next part of our training. Do some calculation work. Okay, so what are we dealing with here? Remember, if you haven't seen this before, what we're trying to do is, I don't know, anyone could be winning. Anyone could be better. If white has a tactic to win, we'll find that. But, you know, black might be winning. It might be even. Anything's possible. So looking first for tactics, I see that queen and rook on the same diagonal and a bishop that almost has access to it. So my first question is, like, do I push b5? But I don't think that does that much. They don't have to take. They could just move the queen. I guess we would win a pawn in that spot. Let me push. Also, they could just push by. And then we move up. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Any other possible tactics? Yeah, there's another really... I don't think that one works. I was looking at this queen being potentially vulnerable to some wild, like, knight takes, move both bishops out of the way, but in the end, the knight is still backing up. So it's not actually loose, even at the end of all that. I don't think there's a tactic here. I think this is just a play chess position. From a play chess position, this 2-on-1 is kind of nice. Like a long-term edge. We have the two bishops, which is, you know, theoretically nice. I feel like we've got some decent squares for our bishops. The position is a little open. This pawn is a backwards pawn. I feel, and this bishop is, like, currently really trapped. Now, clearly they can free it up without too much trouble, and maybe that could be a reason to go here. If they try to free it up, I guess we don't win a pawn, actually. But I think white has an edge. I don't think I want to go so far as to say white is winning. I think white just has a good game. They have a bunch of small advantages that, if they play really well, can become a victory. That's what I think. So I'm going to say white has an edge. Now, if they say white is winning because all those small advantages amount to a win, then I won't be shocked. Okay, got it. Next puzzle. Oh boy. Oh boy. Black has a pawn that is devastating us. Well guarded. Do we have a tactical response in the form of, say, bishop takes rook? Does not look like it. If we could magically move our queen to g7, it would be checkmate. So that's very important to note. And we can come pretty close to pulling that off, but not quite. It's like we can attack this rook with check. I mean, not with check, with and gain a tempo by going like here. But even then, we're not that much closer to mating. A better move may just be going here, threatening mate, threatening this, not threatening the knight, but threatening mate. If they just ignore it and go here, that doesn't do anything. We even mate them. So if we go here and say they bring the queen over here, then we wouldn't be able to check. They could just move over. I think white is winning. The only question to me is by like, is it a win? Or they're just winning. I think queen takes f6 is the tactical answer in this position, but I'm having a hard time seeing how to finish it. Wait, queen takes f6 is met by queen takes f6. So what am I even talking about? That is madness. So suddenly, whoop, back it up, rewind all that calculation. What are we even talking about? So I don't know. There's another interesting idea of doing this attack. It's not a mate though. The king escapes and there's no way to fully trap it. I think there's a tactical win here. That's what I think is happening. I think I'm just not finding it. Another possibility could be something like rook c3, rook g3, check. And again, I'm not really sure how to finish off from here. I mean, I feel like at a minimum, rook c or rook d1 is fine. Like, this stops all the problems. That pawn is temporarily quieted. It'll be hard to win. But at that point, then the rook is falling. So I have to resolve that. Another interesting possibility is f4. The idea of chasing the knight away. So we could play queen g4. But we keep seeing there's ways out for the king. So I don't know what to say. I think I'm going to say white. I think I'm going to pick white wins. But I don't have the move. So let's see. Do I have to come up with a tactical move? Yeah. Yeah. So I was correct in assessing that white wins this one. But picking up the move, boy, I don't know if I can do that. Huh. I don't know. Everything I mean, I've looked at all the things I already wanted to look at, and none of them work. So I'm going to do this move. That's not the answer. Yes, that is clearly not the answer. So what is the answer then? I don't think that works. Oh, it does work. Wow. Okay. I don't buy that. Okay, I'll take that. Looks like we're clearly lost. We'll check. We'll go here. I don't see how white is winning. I thought king moves out, and then what? Like, that's where I got stuck. Well, let's look at the solution. Okay, there. Okay, so no. Best move is queen comes back and takes that rook. And now is up in exchange. And that makes more sense. I'm not sure I want to say this is definitively over. The computer says it is +5 and that it is definitively over. Okay. Okay, I mean, I guess the king is weak enough. Maybe our plan is to, like, try to pin that or something. I don't know. Even with more knowledge, I'm having a hard time with that one. Okay, let's try another one. Okay. That pawn is loose. This bishop is loose. King is pretty safe. Our king is really seen better days. If there are no queens on the board, I'd be fine with our king. But with queens on the board, not so fine. We're also up an exchange, which I didn't quite notice before. So if we're up an exchange here, maybe what we want to do is try to trade queens. Sort of resolve that problem, or just simply try to get safe. Oops, I'm not sure how safe we can get. It seems like there are a lot of checks at black's disposal. In fact, I might go so far as to say black is winning this game. So let's see if we can not lose. I think that's really what white is trying to do here, is just consolidate the material advantage and hold on and not lose. Can we pull that off? What if we go here? Then check here, 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 there. Takes. Ooh. I can't calculate how black wins this, but I think black is winning. I'm just going to say it. Okay. Yeah. So that's the best move. Okay. In the game, you went my move. Okay, and then rook checks. Yeah, they just chase around and get him eventually. Okay, got it. All right, let's do one more. Let's see how long have we been streaming here? Okay, yeah, we're about done. Okay, let's do another one. Puzzle Inception. Okay. Material is even, or are we down a pawn? We're down a pawn. It's not the end of the world. We've got a lot happening here that's good. So something really important to note is that the king is kind of walled off. Not totally. And I wanted to look at an idea like this. And then if this knight goes to either of these, well, that one he hangs. So if he goes here, that's the big square the king had to escape. So then I could go here. Now the king has to go back. And I thought I was going to go here and win this rook. But I'm now seeing king can go back to g1. So let's look at this again. Rook attacks the knight. Knight to g3. Rook to h2 check. King moves to g1. Okay, I do have knight takes f3 check then. Guarding the rook. King can go only to f1. I can't check on h1 actually because of the knight covering it. I missed that also. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, there's a fork there at the end though. I think black clearly wins this. Pretty clearly. We get to take advantage of this poorly placed knight. And I guess not. I guess that is not what we're trying to do. That is pretty shocking. I mean, I guess there is this, which I didn't even look at, which is kind of wild. I didn't look at it. Okay, so there's this problem. They would be doing that. Okay. What about check here? I can go here or here. Boy, I'm really struggling with this one. No, maybe I come in here. And then rook check here. Rook. This would fall. Rook here. Whoops. Here. Wait, we do have this immediately. Okay, but it's our turn, so that's fine. We go here, check. King can only go to those two squares. Sure. Close to just winning. But so is our opponent. I don't think it's right to take the material here. Oh, it is, okay. Okay, that was a pretty deep, intense puzzle. I'm a little bit surprised I got there at all, to be honest. That was a hard one. Okay. I think we will close out today with one more game against the Dr. Scull bot. This time we'll play as white, since we've only played... I played as black last time. Let's play as white this time. I'll play as white. Right. Oh, choose my preference. So, yeah, I can't choose white. Okay. Let's try it. No! I clicked the wrong button. I think we can abort it since it's the first move. Okay. Let's try it. My mistake. Hey! Dr. Skull's playing D4. Let's do it. Let's give it a try. Let's see what Dr. Skull does against the Nimzo. That is what I would do against the Nimzo. Okay. Going into the Catalan. Alright. So, let's do it. Let's see how he plays the Catalan. Let's go here. Okay. This is all how I would play the Catalan. That's not how I would play the Catalan, but that's okay. I'm sure that's a fine move anyway. I think I would go here. Normally play c6. With the bishop there, do I play c5? Does that change things? No, that looks worse, actually. No. I'll go here. Okay, finally they're getting ready for e4, so let's do this. I'm not sure I was ready for that. Over this way. E4. comes with a good move. Here, hitting the pawn, threatening to go there. Sure. Also have this move. The fork. You missed it. Oh, Dr. Scull, you missed the fork? You're kidding me, man. You can't miss the fork. Let's go here. This Dr. Skullbot, he makes me a little sad. He's kind of bad. I'm not that bad, I swear. So we're up 3. Do we just keep trading from here? Probably. Sure, I'll go here. I'll go here. Then I'll go there. And I look to have a pretty good edge here. Go here. And then I think here. Okay. Not quite sure what that did. But yeah, I think threatening that knight with one of the rooks is right. Which one is the question? I think this is the one. Wait. The knight's going here. And then here, check. So yeah, that's fine. We'll go here. Knight's not going here. The knight's going there. Okay, interesting. So now I can go here, hitting the knight yet again. And yeah, we're just going to keep piling up on this poor knight. Okay. And that's a really good move. It covers everything. Yeah, I'll take here anyway. And if we trade everything on the square, I'd be fine. And if they just have this isolated pawn, then I think I'm also good. I can just pile up on this a third time. They can't defend it again. And if they push here, I just take. Yeah, I think maybe their best move would be to go there. Okay. So they do go there. I take. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just won another pawn, so I'll take it. Okay. So now I've just got my pieces behind this pawn. I'm going to move the king over so I can push the pawn. Definitely up for that trade. I'm going to go here to unleash my rook. King is coming out of the corner, of course. Okay. King's coming out of the corner. Just go here. Lots of threats. Yes, if he wants to win that pawn and trade off a bunch of stuff, then that's totally fine. I think that's good. It might not have worked, actually. That move might have been decent. I'll just check here. I will go where? What about this? That seems solid. Okay. I think I want to keep him here. Lock this king out. Okay, he's not going to fully let me do that. We should let him go here after I add this. Which I think I'm okay with. I'll go here. He does do the check. Not shocking. I'll go here. Okay, comes back. I think I like the idea of just pushing this pawn up. Now I can go here and cut him off more. And then I can go here and guard the pawn. Go here so you can't dislodge my king from the pawn. Go there. This check is coming soon. Ooh, that looks like it might lose. I think that just loses on the spot. I think he finally dropped the last piece. Yep. Last piece drops and hopefully resign. Yeah, Kevin Scull would resign there. 100%. Okay. So, beat myself twice. Not bad. I feel like that was a pretty well-played game by myself. The bot made a mistake. I'm trying to remember when... Oh, they made the mistake losing that exchange on the fork. So let's go back. I think it played Catalan pretty cleanly, though. Okay, that was a weird move. That's not. This is not the normal move. Wait. What? This is the normal move? I thought the normal move was here. Okay. I thought that was not the right move, but what do I know? Okay, and then these are all... Now we're just in sort of normal Catalan territory. Normally, I think I go here right away, but it's pretty low in the database, so it is interesting to see myself play. And this is all pretty clean stuff. Okay, yeah. And the night before. Okay. That is clearly an error, because I am threatening this. What is a good way for white to respond here? Knight c4. That's one of the big ways. Now I can't go in there. I know when they go there, I'll have to get kicked back. I think at that point I would have taken. They would have taken, and then I would have gone here. And that's mate. I don't think I would have done that. Wow. Do I still play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Jack, is this the game from way back, the mobile game? And if so, I guess my question back to you is that game still going? Because if so, that's pretty remarkable. Okay. So here I would have had to do something like this, I think. And white's winning there also, because of the knight being problematic. So this is the best move. They were just had an even game. My opponent blundered here, and it's basically over at that point. And then I just ground down Dr. Scull, traded off everything I could, and then eventually, finally won the last piece. Many moons later. Wait, there was one. That was a losing move. What? I wouldn't have missed that. Come on, Dr. Skullbot. I would not have missed that. Okay, that was absurd that I made that move though. Wow, I was so proud of this game until that, and I was like, well, okay, no, you're terrible. Oh boy. Oh, interesting. I can't get a computer analysis from this particular screen. Okay. Yeah, pretty cool to have my own bot. It's been very weird to play against it. I feel like it doesn't represent me that well, but that might be just me not liking to see it represent me well, right? That's very possible. But it's been fun. I think there's definitely things about it that does represent, like the Catalan stuff is definitely me. That's pretty neat. Jack says, indeed, and unfortunately it's still going. It turned into a 100% grind game. Yeah, I'm not shocked to hear that, Jack. I feel like even back when I was playing, it was very much pay to win, right? Like I was lucky that I got in very, very early, so I could have like a really good squad before other people started paying a pile of money, and so I could just kind of like coast for a long time on that initial sort of momentum, and that's when it got like really frustrating for me. I for some reason I remember, maybe I'm wrong, but they released like Luke Skywalker, but he was like $100 to get like the powerful version, and he was the meta, and I was just like, I don't think I can do this anymore. The fun thing is I even met with the team that was making the game and told them my issues with the game, and they were just kind of like, well, it's making like $1 million, so not a million, like millions of dollars, so thanks for the feedback, but we're going to continue on this route. You still remember my Road to Yoda videos? I do not. I don't even know what that means. I know who Yoda is. I made a Road to Yoda video. Okay, I'll have to check him out. That's fun. Thanks for stopping by and bringing me down memory lane. Those are always fun. Well, unfortunately, what is that? Real life is beckoning? Yep. As usual, it is. We have basketball. That's not too long from now, so I am going to have to go and help my child get ready for basketball, take her over there, and have a good time watching her play some b-ball. So, let's see. We should raid Joe Bruin. Joe Bruin's a good guy. Let's raid Joe Bruin with our, couple of people. Be a good way to say hi to Joe Bruin. If you haven't seen Joe Bruin, he's a good guy. You'll enjoy yourself. We're bringing one viewer, Aaron Chess. I'm bringing you to see Joe Bruin. Is it not working? It's working. We're ready. Here we go. So on the Twitch stream, we're watching Joe Bruin. And I don't know. He might be actually wrapping up right now. But I will see you all later, everybody. Goodbye.